Shout out to Coca 2005 for sending me this story. And let me just tell you, the first part of the title that I read before I clicked the link to this article was bad enough. But then when I clicked the link and saw the entire title, I was like, hold up. This woman is the definition of psychotic. This woman's name is Kelly Cochran, and she admitted to giving her husband a lethal dosage of heroin, but that's not all. It's also said that she might have also killed 9 other people, and she might have also served her lover's remains at a barbecue, which means she had to have dismembered her husband or her lover, because it could be another person. I haven't read the article yet, and served them as food. This woman is basically the female version of Dr. Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. Let's get into this story. An Indiana woman who injected her husband with a lethal dose of heroin before smothering him with a pillow may be responsible for 9 other deaths and is suspected of serving her lover's remains to an unsuspecting neighbors at a barbecue. Kelly M. Cochran, in a hard-looking 34, was sentenced to 65 years in prison last month after admitting to killing her husband, Jason Cochran. But she was already serving a life sentence for killing and dismembering another lover, Chris Regan, who vanished in 2014. An upcoming documentary called Dead North, set to air May 28th and May 29th on Investigation Discovery, which, by the way, that ID channel is a haven for white crime, especially white on white crime, probes other possible murders that may be linked to Cochran. Cochran's family told investigators she may have killed as many as 9 people and buried their bodies throughout the Midwest. Her friends and family also told investigators the stomach-churning tale of how Cochran allegedly served Regan's remains to her neighbors at a barbecue. Iron River Police Chief Laura Frizzo, who investigated Regan's disappearance, said she met Cochran and her husband during the probe. The investigator learned Cochran was having an affair with Regan, but the case went cold until Jason Cochran died in February 2016 of a suspected overdose. Later on, investigators found he was murdered by his wife. Cochran admitted she and her husband lured Regan inside their home, shot him, and dismembered him before dumping his remains in the woods. Cochran says she and her husband made a pact to kill off anyone involved in their extramarital affairs. But Cochran says she was very angry at her husband and killed him as revenge for murdering Regan, court documents stated. Wait, hold on. So y'all came up with an elaborate plan to kill this man, and then you killed your husband because he killed your lover. I guess that's that high IQ at work, because unless I read this wrong, that was very weird. She was sentenced to life in prison in May 2017 for Regan's murder and sentenced on April 18th for her husband's slaying. Investigation Discovery said in a statement that Cochran's brother told investigators he feared his sister was a serial killer, and neighbors said they believed they were served human remains at the barbecue. The toll on this case on Frizzo's career is significant. Despite disagreements with the Iron River city manager regarding her bullheaded investigation style, Frizzo remains adamant that the case isn't closed. The city manager relieves Frizzo of her duties, just as Kelly admits to having other friends buried in Indiana, Michigan, Tennessee, and Minnesota. However, the identities and specific locations of these bodies still remain a mystery to this day. That is some wild ass shit. So let's just have a summary here. She had an extramarital affair. She stepped out on her husband. She killed the lover with the help of her husband. They made a pact to kill anybody who was involved in her extramarital affairs. Something tells me it must have been those 9 people. We don't know how they played a role in this. Then she decides to kill her husband because her husband killed her lover. Bury him somewhere. They cut up the remains of those 9 people and served them to their neighbors at barbecues. And you know what's so crazy? Doesn't she almost look like the chick from Oakland? Karen, with the bad potato salad, the one I've talked about in the last day or so. She kind of looks like her a little bit. I know it's not her, but you know what I mean. But wow, this woman is crazy. You can tell how crazy she is through her mugshot. As a matter of fact, this is just one of her mugshots. Let me go to another one. Here's another one of her. And then here's another one of her right here with all of her meth sores. So as you can see, this woman has been around the block a few times, and here's one of her in court. And here's another one. Like, this woman is clearly crazy. And, oh, here's another one. Like, this woman is like I say, if they look crazy, 9 times out of 10, they most likely are. But you know this is a heroin related type video, so you already know how I'm going to end it off with. But before I go there, here's another one of her. God damn. And another one, and another one, and another one. But yeah, I feel absolutely nothing. I have nothing. I know nothing. I feel nothing. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you in the next one.